Jack can do many things, but today we've programmed it to show a concept called Freeway Pilot, a technology that we intend to launch in maybe 4 years or so. This is where you merge onto a freeway and you push a button and it begins to drive by itself.
Is that level 3 or level 4?
You asked the classic question, this is 3 or 4. Well, we don't know yet because we haven't spec'd the feature list.
Right.
To know if it's exactly a 3 or a 4, you have to have the list of features and limitations and things like those. So it's a safe bet that it's at a minimum it's a 3, at a maximum this can be a 4. So I often say this is a high 3 or a low 4.
And I noticed that the sensors are all extremely well integrated into the body. So there's no light bar with LiDAR pucks and
Thank you. That takes a lot of effort to be able to do that. For example, there's no fog lamps in the front because we use that place to put radars. So we had to go innovate the headlamps to have extra bulbs in it to act as a fog lamp.
Right.
Otherwise you don't need the standard needed for it. We don't operate in a vacuum. You can't just take a car and put a bunch of things on it and call it a self-driving car. The government will have some issues with that. And that audio cue and the LED illumination there, the big sign here means it's ready. All I need to do is push these 2 buttons on the steering wheel, take my hands off the wheel, my feet are off the pedals.
Does it just go with the flow of traffic up to the speed limit?
That's right.
Okay, so you don't even have to, it's not even like adaptive cruise where you tell it the maximum speed and then...
Well, even our adaptive cruise, you don't have to. The adaptive cruise in our level 2 system, the Q7, is tied to the active speed limit. Again, that's a classic question. Should we let our customers set it higher? No. Just to point out, at any time I want to take control, I can grab the wheel and now I'm in control. You see the blue LED disappears. That means I'm in
does
control.
That just work by sensing the torque on the steering wheel?
When we have sensors on the wheel, we have sensors on the pedals. You can also push the buttons one of many ways. Okay, faster lane. Okay.
So then the whole LED lights up now, and that's presumably so that it's unambiguous that you're in piloted mode.
Exactly. Now, there's a little clock here. It's a countdown. It's telling me that about 2.5 or 3 minutes, the autonomous mode is going to come to an end because we programmed a destination that's on King Street. That's a couple of miles away, or 4 miles away from here. So now I'm doing 55, which is the speed limit, but as you can see, everyone's pulling away from me. I'm holding traffic behind. So these are some of the questions that we have on the regulatory side.
It's a question for legislators. How much wiggle room are they prepared to give manufacturers and tech companies in, building slightly more human behavior into the car if the trade-off is, well, sometimes it breaks the law?
Now what it gave me was maybe a 1-minute notice saying that, hey, perhaps it's time to get prepared for your manual segment.
Piloted mode will be deactivated in 15 seconds. Take over driving.
Notice that the blue has turned to orange and the alerts get louder and louder. So
please take over steering.
It becomes red, gives me another 10 seconds. Grab the wheel, now I'm in control. Take the exit. So he flashed his lights to let me know I can merge in. So that's like the oldest form of vehicle-to-vehicle communication. So this begs the question, how do we get more of that into the automation side so that cars can communicate with each other? So 10 years from now or 20 years from now, we wouldn't need traffic lights anymore. The main role of traffic lights is to prevent vehicles from running into each other. There are about 20 different sensors in the car. We find out some of them. The most interesting perhaps is the LiDAR, rectangle. There's a camera right above the central mirror that looks out this way. So it's available in the market today. We've had this in many cars. It can detect pedestrians, other vehicles, lane markings, motorcycles, trucks. This is a long-range radar, one on either side. They can detect cars, vehicles. There are corner radars behind here that you can't see. They're behind the body. They're used to detect vehicles that cut in.
Right.
There's ultrasonic sensors. Right here, they are useful to detect objects that are really close by.
It's not a huge amount more. We're already starting to get there with some of the level 2 cars.
Indeed. And I think the challenge lies in getting them all to work together with one central processing computer.
Sensor fusion.
And then make sense of it. And then there's all these sensors replicated in the back.
Yep, right now there's a lot of wires.
The wires mainly exist, it's like a breakout box. If you want to see what each sensor is doing and thinking, this is the easiest way to allow us to monitor progress.
Right.
Apologize.
Sorry.
Notice that it changed lanes by itself.
Was that because of?
It's because perhaps that he's slow. I said he can do up to 65, and some of them are doing the speed limit. So it changed lanes by itself.
Right.
So it's my turn to take over driving. So it lets me know.
Please take over steering.
Control.
And if you didn't take control, would the car just?
Excellent question. So what it does is it makes an assumption that I've suffered some medical condition. It begins to move lanes one by one over until it gets to the shoulder width, and brings the car to a full halt. Then it turns on the hazard valve. Eventually it calls an emergency service for you.
You have to be quite brave, actually, to not hit the gas pedal before the car decides it's time to brake for some turns sometimes. There's a lot of learning how to trust the machine involved in it.